Anger, anxiety, fear. Those are the feelings that carrier workers are dealing with every day. The company's decision to move to Mexico triggered an avalanche of questions. What's next? Will another company try to do the same thing? Can anyone stop it? It's a crucial issue in Indiana when you consider this. 1 in 5 Hoosiers works in manufacturing. We've heard the number for months. 2,100 jobs from Indianapolis and Huntington heading to Mexico. Now, for the first time ever, some of those workers walk us through those heartbreaking moments. The day that the silence on the assembly lines gave way to screams of outrage.
Got to the plant, same time, clocked in. TJ Bray, I've been there for 14 years.
February 10th, yes. My name is Richard Burns, and I've worked at Carrier for 22 years.
February 10th, that's my birthday. Larry A. Linville. I usually don't get guests at 70, but I'm 70 on my 51st year at Carrier.
It changed everything that day. My name is Ashley Shockley. I've worked at Carrier for 11 years.
About 10 o'clock.
Between 10 and 10:30.
Supervisor's calling for the associates to go to the supervisor's desk, one line at a time.
My name is Tom Fugate. I'm 61 years old, and I work for United Technology Carrier Corporation. We were working, we had our presses running. So my supervisor come by and said, shut your machine off and report up there to the Green Mile.
We call it the Green Mile.
The Green Mile was created for the safety of pedestrians. We walked into the death of our livelihoods, the death of how we're going to feed our families, the death of how we're going to live every day, day to day.
The best way to stay competitive and protect the business for long term is to move production from our facility in Indianapolis to Monterrey, Mexico.
I was with my son when they made the announcement, and I wasn't thinking of me because I could retire.
It's just sad that all of our jobs are leaving. My name's Julie Meadows. I'm 40, and I've worked at Carrier for 12 years.
You feel like you helped build it, and then they decide to move.
They are going to make too much money by moving. Corporate greed, you can't mess with that.
Definitely a punch in the gut.
It's sad.
For us people that put blood, sweat, and tears into this place, just to get that.
This is strictly a business decision.
What's people going to say when you tell them, hey, we're moving your job to Monterrey, Mexico?
Did that just happen?
If you don't want to hear it, other people do. So let's quiet down.
They tell them to shut up because they need to shut up so other people might want to hear what they say. Once they said they was moving, nobody wanted to hear what they had to say.
So I called my wife and told her, and she was in disbelief too. And actually, what she did was she left work and met and had a beer with me.
To me, I feel betrayed by the company.
If they can live with it, I can live without it. And I'm not begging you to stay. If you don't want to stay, get on out.
The immediate question that you asked us after that announcement, why did Carrier choose Monterrey? So we traveled 1,200 miles to track down the answers. The region of 5 million people, about the size of Indiana, is Mexico's economic engine. Our drone flew over one of Carrier's 4 facilities. These, as you can see, are not small operations. Their specialty is making rooftop air conditioners. Soon, Monterrey will build the furnaces now made in Indianapolis.
Carriers are hurting us, but then they want to go down there and exploit workers for $3 an hour. It's just not right.
So let's talk about the $3 per hour. It comes out to about 50 pesos in Mexico, depending on the exchange rate. While in Monterrey, we stopped at a neighborhood grocery store next to a Carrier plant. So what could a worker earning $3 an hour buy? A half gallon of milk, 26 pesos.
So, señora, ¿cuánto cuesta este pan? How much is this bread?
Ese cuesta...
A loaf of bread, 28 pesos.
28.
I was 4 pesos over budget.
So I already spent my 50 pesos on this.
Bottom line, Carrier's Indiana production workers could not afford to move to Monterrey. That's why I asked a top United Technologies executive a very specific question as he headed into a meeting with the governor at the State House. Sir, would you work for $3 an hour?
Looking forward to discussing with the governor the transition for our workers and getting back to business.
So I take it you would not work for $3 an hour, sir? Robert McDonough recently told investors that the company was focused on production work going to lower-cost countries. Carrier expects to save $65 million a year when it moves to Mexico. And now families are scrambling to rebuild their lives without the jobs that brought them security for such a long time. One of those families is Ashley Shockley and her 5 children.
I am a mother of 5. I'm a full-time Carrier employee.
11 years on the job.
You don't hear a lot of people saying, oh, I've only been here a year or 2 years.
What time that is, actually?
Yes. Yes.
What time is that?
It's time for everybody to get up. Good morning. Time for school. Get up. Get up. Come on. KK, come on. You gonna get up? Is that what you're wearing? I better go make a bottle first, because she'll scream.
Ashley Shockley runs her own assembly line at home.
Sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Making baby bottles. Serving breakfast.
It's 7:05. Telling me to hurry up. Can you give me that ironing board, please?
Ironing clothing and working on multiple hairstyles. These moments are her motivation not to relive the past.
I was in a place that wasn't a so happy place before Carrier. I was, struggling to just maintain and feed myself. It was a very dark place. I thought, with Carrier, there was security that wouldn't happen anymore.
The unknown means spending less. She dropped her rental home lease and squeezed into this apartment.
No vacations.
Eating out is limited. And her furnace, ironically a Carrier unit, is only on when necessary.
Every time I go over there and I look at that, it's a reminder of I no longer am going to make that.
She dreamed of advancing within Carrier by earning separate business degrees in administration and management from IUPUI and Ivy Tech.
I like my company.
Carrier's education program paid for her schooling. But after 8 years of college, the lesson she will never forget came on February the 10th.
This is strictly a business decision.
That plays over and over to me because that's not loyal. If it was strictly a business decision for some of us, when I got my first degree, I would have just abandoned them. I would have left.
By 8 o'clock, the family heads out the door.
It's like a little freeway in the morning. I recently just became a single parent.
Is she okay? She's still sleeping? Okay. Love you.
2 more stops, and then she'll sleep.
It's scary to wake up with the thought of not knowing if you can really provide for the 5 people that are depending on you.
Ashley has a sister and aunt who work at the plant. On Mother's Day, she'll receive the ultimate gift, a college degree from IUPUI. Right now, there's a degree of desperation for people facing ongoing health issues.
Them closing is nothing compared to going through cancer.
Battling cancer and what Carrier's decision means for the fight of her life. Nancy McCubbin wants to share her story next.